Welcome back to the channel. Well, sun is shining now, but majority of the day not so much. We got another good amount of rain. We'll take it. Inch and 2/10. It was a nice rain. I mean, if hopefully nobody had any hay down, but that's the crops will soak that baby up. It was a nice rain all day. Wasn't super heavy. No big wind. Today is August 6th, 2024, and look what I picked up today. Yes, those are going on a Super A. These rims are just primed. I'm gonna clean them up with some come on, not paint thinner. I'm gonna clean them, wipe them down, and then I'm gonna paint them up. But I'm gonna grease the tires so the paint doesn't stick to them. Grease or soap, whatever I decide I'm gonna do. But there they are. Those are gonna get beautified and get on that Super A project. So I'm a little excited about that. The UB left the other day. Friend of mine wanted to make a puller out of it and talked me out of it, and I needed some extra cash for my trip out to Wisconsin, and he didn't want the fenders, so I took those off. So now I got another set of fenders around here that I don't need, but he didn't necessarily want them. Nicholas is home, and I picked these up last week. I was at a friend of mine gave me a heads up and said, hey, there's some bunch of tractors for sale on this one road, blah blah blah, one end being an estate sale, and there was no Molines there at all. I didn't have my camera with me, plus I don't there was lots of film. There's a lot of older 2-cylinders and some older Farmalls, and I think a case there, and there was like an 806 I think there, diesel. But anyways, bunch of tractors. Well, these were sitting in the barn, and these are brand new Unverferth 16x34 drop center rims. Yeah, they're painted John Deere yellow, but we can take care of that. Those are going on the red, white, blue 950 because it really needs them. So I have that set, and I'm supposed to have another set coming. Well, I got another tractor that could use rims too. So and those were a great deal. Wow. I haven't done anything on the 4-star since the last time you saw it. Cylinders are soaking. Yeah, we need to get back on that, but I want to get the Super A project done. So the gas tank, I've got her pretty cleaned up. I got a little bit more paint to get off on this project, and then we'll get that painted. Hopefully today we'll get this painted. I got to clean up the hydraulic lines, and we'll get those painted, and the light, that light bracket, and I think that's it. So yeah, a little bit of update. We're not going to cut the video yet. I'll get this stuff all cleaned up, painted up, and bring you back when we're putting more stuff on the Farmall. All right, well, top half of the fuel tank is painted. I still need to clean up the hydraulic lines and get those cleaned up. I did get the steering wheel and the steering shaft in. Hydraulic pump is back on. What else did I do today? And I'm not showing all this because I'm kind of a little bit in a hurry, but this being a Farmall, not a Minneapolis Moline, I can, it seems like the Minneapolis Molines, I could tear them apart, come back 6 months and just put them right back together. They're basically all the same, it seems like to me. Just like probably if you're a red guy or a green guy, it's the same thing. So some of these parts I had to take back off and put back on, this and that. So anyways, so I put the hydraulic linkages on both sides. I bought a new temperature gauge to put, it fit here nicely, but of course it was too short to go up, and the old one was mounted right here, and I didn't like it, the way it looked. It wasn't original. And correct me if I'm wrong, but originally, did these even have a temperature gauge? I know it's plumbed in down here. underneath here, and it goes in. Well, maybe you can see in there. I don't know if it's dark. But anyways, it's plumbed in there. I may have to just plug that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But you know, like the steering shaft, I had to remember how that went in. I gotta touch up the paint on that. I'm probably gonna have to do that by hand. What else? Oh, I had to take the starter back off because I needed to get to the bolts underneath the hydraulic unit there for the wire holder, you know. So the rims are painted, all four. I'm letting them dry. You can see the grease around the outside. They're looking pretty sharp. So tomorrow night I'll get those on. I hope the paint will be hard enough. Get this thing up. I see I have a little oil seeping out of the final drive there of the on this side. I didn't change that gasket yet, so I'll get her up on tires so I can crawl under it a little easier and safer. Yeah, and do that. I'm gonna relocate the ground. Here, I'll just make a new one, but I'll run them both out that little slot there. I got to get a couple bolts for here yet. Put the top on, the seat cushion. I'm going to put that back on too. You're new to the channel, which a lot of you are, thanks to Squatch. This tractor is a Farmall Super A that I picked. I actually bought it from the local school, which I'm in the school district. I'm on the school board. Anyways, I had the bright idea. You know, I didn't pay an awful lot much for this tractor. Excuse me. It didn't run when I got it. You can watch that video. Like I say, if you're new to the channel, I try to keep everything on a playlist. Like this would be the Farmall Super A playlist. But anyways, tractor didn't run. I got it running very, very easily. Basically, put a good battery in it, put some gas in it, and started it. That, you know, never happens. In this tractor, I've done a lot of work to it. I've had it almost completely apart. Runs great. I had the starter rebuilt. Okay, so I also changed the front end on this tractor. A buddy of mine kind of buys and sells tractors and parts and this and that. I had another front end. The other front end, this piece here was broke right off. I don't have the set screw in there yet. It was totally missing, and I didn't have the piece. You know, I couldn't weld it back on. I want to be able to put lights on here, so I, you know, changed all that off. Tie rods, you know, I went all through those. These are the original hubs that were on this tractor versus actually the whole axle is the original to the tractor, not to that other front end. Basically, the only thing the only thing I used off the other front end was this piece here. The steering. So yeah, you know, this was the alternator that was on it. Here's a funny thing, it says an 84 Fiero. But anyways, yeah, I've done a lot of work to this tractor, maybe a little more than some might, but that's a new battery box on there, new gauges. I did replace the seat springs on here. They were, one was broke and one was welded, I think. But yeah, I sandblasted the fenders and put them back on. Yeah, this has been a fun project. It's gonna look cool once she's all done. And yeah, like I say, I'm donating it back to the school, and they're gonna raffle it off this fall. Actually, probably towards somewhere. The first home football game is the end of this month already. Gee, so Pete's time is flying by. Where'd the summer go? But yeah, a little update on that. Peter from England, he comments on basically every video on here, and I mispronounced his name before. You know, to me, in American, it says Peter Houghton, but really, he corrected me in a nice way. His name is Peter Horton, is how they say or pronounce that over there in England. So there you go, Peter. There's your shout out for today again. I appreciate you always watching and always commenting. That is kind of neat. If you're new to the channel, I did a video a while back about the diesel motor options for the U tractor, specifically the ones that were shipped overseas or made over there. Yeah. Anyways, Peter sent me a whole bunch of information on that, and basically I give the credit to him. But I was the one reading it, but it was the information that he gave me. So, all right. Yeah, there's probably, quite a few of you don't know about this, and that's fine. I also said that before this tractor, I'm in charge of what they're raffling off, but I'm not in charge of the raffle. So I don't know how they're going to handle it. You know, if I'm going to be able to get any of you tickets. I kind of think it's probably going to be a local thing. So I took you along as much as I could. But if that's different, I will let you know. So, yeah, brand new tires. Once I get these tires on there, it's really going to look like something. I'm still waiting for my buddy at the body shop. He's swamped, you know, like most good body shops. Here, let me get that out of that glare. Oh, speaking of glare, I ordered a new lens cover for this iPhone. It's got or not iPhone, GoPro. It's got a scratch across it, and you see it sometimes in the sun. Nobody's really complained, but I see it. But anyways, so he has the grill. He's going to try to straighten it out as much as he can, and the hood needed just a little bit of attention, and yeah, get that back. I just thought, you know, maybe I'd let him do the hood. You know, him being a professional and a perfectionist, this guy does awesome work. You know, that make this look that much nicer. Plus, he gets more of the people in the community involved. So, all right, yeah, this is that's the tractor back here. That was my grandfather's. He bought it when just a couple years old, so it's been in the family for a very long time. We could probably get this tractor out of the way and pull that one 5 feet, and she's probably going to be running. Yeah, that's the one we're going to be working on probably all winter. Just found out too, that's who called, was my buddy Nate, which he owns a Oliver 2055. That long story, but anyways, he owns it, or him and his kid. I got it running for him at their place, but it won't move. So we don't know if it's clutch or lube pump or input shaft or amplitude, you know, whatever. You got to split it to fix it. So no big deal. I guess we're going to do that. So that'll be more than one video of that. We'll split that tractor. So, and if those who don't know, the Oliver 2055 actually is a Minneapolis Moline G1050. The Oliver version is quite rare. And once it gets here, let's see, that'd be nice if my 1050 diesel was here. I have a 1050 LP that we could compare and contrast, or just look at and talk. If you're not a member of the Minneapolis Moline Collectors Incorporated and you're a fan of Molines, well, you need to be. In the last issue that just come out here a couple days ago, there's a whole breakdown and tons of information on the Minneapolis Moline 50 series, as in the 950, 1050, and 1350. Kind of breaks down a lot of different options. Really good reading material, which I believe that was written by one of my friends, Brian Gagne, which you will hear me you know, refer to him quite often when it comes to specifics and, you know, how many they made, or, you know, all kinds of stuff. He is our guru for that in the club. And actually, his tour of his collection is on one of my videos too. That was would have been last December. I'm gonna warn you now, if you watch that, I had the flu when we were recording this. I didn't feel very good, and I was not good. It was my birthday weekend. We had all kinds of plans. Well, they all got cut short. We had to stop 6 times for me to get rid of the stuff that's in my stomach on the way home from where he lives, and he's about 2.5, 3 hours away. So that was a miserable ride home. Happy birthday to me then. But anyways, no more whining. We're over it. But I just wanted to warn you, that's why I was yawning. It wasn't probably one of my better talking parts of the videos, but it was a great collection to see. And also, you know, and I'm talking to people that are just new, because there's so many of you. This is a 4-star that I started working on last week. Yeah, we got to get going on that too, but I'm really trying to finish this Super A project. So yeah, that's looking pretty sharp. But yeah, we'll get some nicer days and some more time. We'll do a tractor tour again and get a bunch of the tractors out. There's a pile here, so, and majority of them run, so that is kind of nice. All right, well, it's enough of me babbling, I guess. Yeah, let's check out these tires again. I'm excited about putting these tires on. This is a parts R that I sold to one of my subscribers, Dylan. He's bought a bunch of parts off of me. I don't per se sell much for parts, but he's local and he's a kid, and I'm helping him out as well, finish a project. So he needed something off of here, which I think he wanted the belt pulley is what he wants, but I just sold him the whole thing. So tires are junk, rims aren't very good. Actually, I think the centers are all right, but that's about it. But anyway, look at these tires. So these tires were donated by one of the local tire shops. They're 9.5 24s, sorry. Yeah, them are gonna look cool on there. Real nice. So all right, well, as you can see, got lots of projects. We'll get to them. And hey, appreciate y'all watching, and I appreciate everybody that's just coming on too. Hopefully I can make you want to stick around. So all right, enough of that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.